Welcome to the Right Pour podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a blind of these Old Forester single barrel proofs. Now, the first one here, not closest to me, is going to be from Clark's Seafood Chop House out of Little River, South Carolina. They do sell a couple of their bottles at a local liquor store, and I was able to pick one up before they sold out. This middle one was given to me by a friend of mine, and he's looking to consolidate. So he said, hey, I know you like these barrels or these bottles, so by all means, you can have this one, put it on your podcast, and let me know what you think of it. So luckily, I was able to score that one. And this last one here is from Total Wine of Myrtle Beach. I picked that one up the longest ago, so I have had all of these. I think they're all really, really good, but it's been a while since I've had them. So this will be a true blind because I don't really remember what any of them taste like. I just know I like them. So as usual, we have different stickers on the bottom of each Glen. So what I'm going to do is have my wife come in. She's going to pour them and write them all down on our piece of paper here. I already have them labeled. She just needs to put the color next to them. And then that's how we're going to keep it as unbiased as possible and see which one of these three reigns supreme. This first one here from Clark's comes in at a 129 proof. This middle one is a 130 proof. And the last one here from Total Wine is a 128 proof. So they're all relatively close to each other. Now with Old Forester, to me, with all these high proof ones, right off the bat, you definitely get a lot of ethanol. So I personally like to give it a good swirl because I think it does help release some of that smell to get some more notes. So right off the bat in this one, I'm getting a lot of clove spice, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of that stone fruit or dark fruits in there. It's got a pretty okay aroma, to be honest with you. It's not outstanding. So the first one on the palette here has got a little bit of spice up front. It actually turns into a little bit of a light fruity sweetness to it. Like, it's not overly sweet by any means. I think it's just got like that hint of sweetness and a little bit of citrus at the end of it, a little orange peely at the end. And it's like very spicy, like clove spice. I wouldn't say cinnamon in this instance. I think to me it's just a little bit of spice followed by a hint of sweetness followed by a little orange peel towards the end of that one. It's really good though. It's got a nice roller coaster, nice little balance to it as it goes through. Yeah, that one's pretty good. I do like that one. So by default, this one is first right now. But no, I do like that nice roller coaster of the spice to the sweet to the citrus, orangey peels at the end. I think it's a very good balance and kind of lingers a little bit, which I think is very nice. It's got a, let's say, medium to medium long finish. It wants to stay there. It's got a very good mouthfeel, tons of viscosity. I can see the legs on here for that nice smooth oiliness. So I do like that one. So by default, first, we'll stick with that. Let's go on to number 2 here. All right, so swirling this one a good bit less, and it has, to me, significantly less ethanol right off the bat. I'm getting still a little of that spiciness that, to me, comes with the Old Forester on the nose there. But I'm getting a little bit of chocolate. Now, if you seen early on my TikTok page, we had a snowstorm in South Carolina earlier this year, and I used this one for a couple videos to see if it would keep me warm in the snow that we never get. And if I am correct, this might be the Total Wine pick. I know it's a bold statement right up front, but I'm definitely getting a lot of chocolatey notes. Well, not a lot. I'm definitely getting a hint of spice, some oaky and some light chocolate, like a caramel chocolate on the nose. Oh, this might actually be it because I love that one. I love that Total Wine pick, so I think oh, that's bold. I think I like that one. I think this is it. On the palate, this one's a little bit more of the sweet oak, a little bit more citrus in the middle, but this one finishes spicy on the end. Like, I get almost like a little spicy burn on the outside of my palate. I think it's very unique. We're going to go back through, but this one, I think I like a touch more than the first one. So we'll put that one ahead. And the first one is delicious. It really is. I like that roller coaster, but I think that that bold oaky, that bold sweet oak and that citrus in the middle, I think, is a little bit more my speed right now. I think I like that a little bit more, but I do like A. I think it's going to be close. I think all three of these are going to be close, judging by how those two were. So let's dive into number 3 here. Okay, definitely getting a little bit more of that ethanol burn again, but it's very faint. It's not super strong on the nose. On the nose here, I'm getting some oakiness, a little bit of char to it. This one doesn't smell sweet at all. I think it's got more of a spice to the nose on it, more cinnamon like. Definitely way more oak forward than the other two on the nose. Wow. All right, so these are all wildly different, I will say. Like, they do have that Old Forester profile, but they're all very unique in their own right. That's for damn sure. So this one on the palate is definitely a little bit sweet forward. Yeah, this one's definitely more raisin-like, a little bit sweeter, raisiny, dark fruit-like, with some of that charred oak on the back. So they are definitely pretty unique. I'm going to run back through these and see which one does end up winning here. I got to be careful with one here because I was trying to pick some notes out, so I drank a little bit more by accident. So let's see here. Coming back through the second one here, still has that chocolatey night-like notes, but it's a little bit more cinnamon coming around now. These are all really good though. Like this is actually kind of hard because they all have like their own great flavors in their own right. So the thing is, for me on these Old Foresters, as much as I do love doing these blinds, they leave a little bit of a burn on the tongue. So going through them, you have to either cleanse your palate or let that go away, because that kind of, to me, kind of like takes away from the next pour. So it's like you got to let it sit and go back to the next one after a little bit, which is like probably a few seconds, like 10, 15 seconds. It's nothing crazy, but it is like if you just go one after the other on trying them, trying to compare those notes, it just destroys the palate. All right. So after trying all these, I think I'm going to rate them as the middle one will be my number 1. Closely followed by the inside one here. And I think that one is like, when I say close, I mean like it is close. And I think towards the end, the outside one just had a little bit, as much as it had that great roller coaster with the citrus and whatnot, it just had a little too much burn on the end. And I think for me, the finish was what really decided it. I think I liked the finish of number 2 better than number 3, and number 1, just the burn just took away from it a little bit. The roller coaster was all there. Now, if you're sipping on this and let it linger for a lot longer, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But I think just comparing them, all 3 together, it just wasn't for me. So we're going to go with middle. Inside one is number 3, and outside was number 1. So 2, 3, 1. So let's see what the results are. I got them behind me. So here we are. So pick number 1 here was yellow. And yellow was the Greensboro, which is this middle one here. And that one is a 131.8. And I think that makes a lot of sense to me. I think this a little bit higher proof of the 131 is a little bit too much in this instance. I think that burn towards the end kind of took away from it. And I think that was a combination of the proof and the natural spiciness of this bourbon. It was still good. I just don't think it was outstanding in this particular blind. So yeah, that was yellow. So greens, boom. I'm sorry, you're last. All right, second place was number 3 here. Number 3 was pink, Total Wine. Wow. Okay, so I was definitely wrong on my bold prediction. And I love that. I love being wrong. I love being proven wrong. So yeah, the pink one, Total Wine here. This one I've had the longest. This is the one I absolutely love. I think the chocolatey notes and whatnot are there, or at least they were before. Like when I had it for a couple weeks in a row, it's been sitting for a little while, and it didn't change in a bad way. Let's make that clear. It definitely did not change in a bad way. I'm surprised that this one was the end one. I definitely think the Clark's pick was going to be second, which is green, and that's the middle one. So Clark's Chop House, you did good. You did really good. Now, in our area, our bourbon community, his picks are definitely always sought after. Now, you can go to the restaurant, you can get him. He has some Garrison Brothers high hazmat. I think that's like, I'm pretty sure it's Garrison Brothers. It's like a 147 proof, and everyone says it's absolutely amazing. I have not had a chance to go down there lately. I've just been too busy to go spend some time and try some of their pours. So I was able to pick the Clark's here out of the local liquor store. So that's pretty good. I really like that one. I thought that was fantastic. So I'm kind of surprised my total wine did not win because of how much I actually loved that one. So I am glad I was proven wrong. I love that. And it goes to show that your palate can change over time, or just buying a new bottle of another pick can just step the game up even more. So final results are Green's Boom came in last, Total Wine came in second, Clark's came in first. So I love that. That is awesome. So we have a little bit left of each here, and just for fun, we're going to do a quick little infinity pour and see what they're like all together. Probably got maybe a little over half ounce left. So just to go over this real quick for those Old Forester aficionados, I still need to do more research and understand the benefits to all their different rick houses and whatnot. Now, I do know that a couple of them are not climate controlled at all. Some of them are. So I know that's going to have a big play on the aging process. So let's get the info on these bottles, because they just tell you the rick houses and all that stuff. So the winner, Clark's Seafood Chop House, came from Warehouse G Floor 4, coming in at a 129.9 proof. Second place Total Wine is Warehouse K Floor 5, coming in at a 128.2. And less, so that was a 129.9, so that was just shy of the 130 for the Clark's, that is. And the Green's Booming is Warehouse K Floor 6, coming in at a 131.8 proof. Okay, so that's interesting to me that Total Wine came from the same warehouse, one floor less. And to me, it was drastically different than the Green's Booming, which was one floor higher. One floor higher gained several proof points. Now, I'm wondering, because I don't know who did this pick. I know nothing about it. If this ever gets back to those people, I'd love to know more. So if you want to share and like, subscribe, and see if anyone who did this Green Booming pick could give me some more information. I want to know, did they go after proof points? Were they just like, oh, let's get a high proof point? Or did they genuinely like this one compared to the other samples? I would honestly love to know. I'm not trying to knock them by any means whatsoever. I just genuinely do want to know, because it is a very high proof. Well, very high. It is a few proof points higher than the others that we have here. So that's unique to me. So let's see how this infinity blend of the three is. Wow. Okay. That smells like, it almost smells like a dessert orange, it almost smells like a dessert that has like chocolate and orange in it together. Oh, that's really good. All right, let's see how it tastes, because it smells really good. So let's see how it tastes. Okay, that is very orange peel forward. Very citrus and fruity. Why is that so good? I mean, they're all good in their own right, but like, there's no burn on the palate. That is just a really sweet finish that lingers. Man, props to y'all master blenders, because doing this takes a lot of knowledge, and I can see why. So that infinity blend is really good. So go out, hunt those single barrels, hunt those small batches, support local, and grow your palate. Do some blinds of your own. Get some of these bottles that you can find that are single barrels and compare them together. Learn, pick notes and whatnot. So until next time, cheers, y'all.